watch like some tape of like Higgins and Rocco and how those guys clicked this
year?
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to Higgins a whole bunch, and I respect that guy the utmost. So just taking that extra step to find that connection on and off the field, I think is the biggest thing. That can help us, so for sure.
How important are the team leaders right now? Just, obviously a rough stretch, but keeping everybody focused on the next game.
Yeah, I mean, you have guys like Rocco, you have guys like Caleb Bacon, Cooper Eagle, Jim Boniface. These guys, they're all, keeping the team together. I know last week, after the BYU game, they pulled everybody in and kind of just had a talk just about, kind of the things that we need to be focused on, kind of the things that we need to get corrected. And I think they've just done a great job of keeping everybody with a good, energy and a good spirit. So.
Rocco said after the game on Saturday that something needed to change among players. Have you noticed any change today in practice?
I mean, like I was just saying, I've seen guys staying in after, getting extra reps. I've seen guys taking the extra step to get extra film, taking the extra step to get extra treatment, getting extra nutrition, whatever it is, finding their little gaps and finding the little ways that they can improve themselves. So yeah, definitely impressed with how guys have attacked, the bad outcomes that we've had. So.
I know your first year in college was on a team at Colorado that didn't win a ton of games. How different have you seen this team respond to adversity than maybe teams in your past?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on teams where, you lose a game, you lose a couple games, and then it kind of just goes downhill from there. Just in the locker room, just around the building, with people's attitudes, people's demeanors. I've been on teams with guys that just really have said, forget it, I'm done with this season, we have nothing to play for. And I think that's the difference between here and a lot of places is, there is more meaning in what you accomplish here than the results that you're getting. The legacy that you're leaving behind, you go through, and the whole culture thing is really key. Just being true to yourself, true to your morals, true to your beliefs, and staying the course. So I definitely think we've done a great job with that for sure.
Chase, on Saturday after the game, Coach Campbell mentioned how Rocco's struggles over the last month can kind of be improved, I guess, if the receivers in the offensive line can kind of come together. It's an 11-person operation. How do you guys kind of help him get out of the struggles that he's been through right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Rocco's done a great job. I think the biggest thing for us is taking that pressure off of him. Playing that position is a lot. And you have a lot of pressure. So you're touching the ball every snap, every play, and you're expected to make a great play with it. So that's our job to take some of that pressure off of them and do a good job of that. So I think we'll be improved for sure.
Aside from just getting open and catching the ball, are there any things that you guys as receivers or pass catchers can do to just make it a little bit easier on him?
Yeah, I mean, even in the run game, just staying on blocks, taking some of these hits off of the running backs, taking some of the hits off of Rocco and stuff like that is key. And then just also being on the sideline, being those guys that are keeping everybody's heads in the game, keeping everybody energy up and stuff like that. So I definitely think we can improve in a lot of areas, but I think we'll be fine for sure.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
How big of a focus in that improvement are the drops right now among all the receivers, and have you done anything in practice to specifically address that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a confidence thing. I think it's just a lack of focus thing, like little things, we make catches or the drops that we're making are catches that we've made plenty of times and plenty of times throughout practice. So I think it's just being focused in the moment and being focused in, the detail of the moment and just making sure that we're playing good situational football and knowing what we need versus what we want, I think would be the biggest thing. So
last question for Chase.
Do drops do they snowball effect? Is it you have one and it gets in your head and you try too hard the next time?
Yeah, I mean, I think, playing receiver is one of the toughest things to do on the field just because you have one play and if it doesn't go your way, then you have to wait, many other opportunities to get your opportunity. And it's a whole mental thing. So my thing is just being able to erase, what happened last time and literally just forget about it, literally just not let it affect you. And that used to be a big thing for me when I was younger, is letting that affect me, and traveling on to the next play would be bad just because I would be thinking about not dropping the ball, and then that's when things kind of, spiral downhill. But I think we'll be fine for sure.